Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the Bluesfield Corporation and the Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprint Car Series come to Rossburg, Ohio, the Eldora Speedway, for twin 41-lap features in memory of the late great Jason Johnson. Practice coming to a close right now and qualifying about to get underway here in just a moment's time. In fact, it's going to be 2 minutes. And all drivers will have 2 minutes to go out there and set 2-lap times. So we'll have the top 10 on the left-hand side of your screen. So we'll try and watch as many drivers as we can. And you'll see a lot of this car out here this evening. In the Priority Aviation, Messia Valley Transportation, Dissolvaloy. It's the Raging Cajun skin, the late Jason Johnson's car, or skin, I should say. Cody Hartland with a 14.310. Chris Roberts with a 14.320. John Lowe, you're watching the 82 of Dylan Workman on screen. Fifth quick with a 14.359. We'll go to some of these other drivers right now on the 30 machine. There's Cody Hartland coming to a stop on the back on the inside here. So we're trying to watch as many cars as we can at the moment. In car number 22, it is John. In fact, it's Anthony Lepresto in that wicked cushion car number 22. We'll see what he can do. 13th quick at the moment. If you haven't joined us over the past couple of weeks, we've gone with the format change for the season for the Dirty Old Bastards Bluesfield Corporation and Wicked Cushion Winged Sprint Car Series. We run qualifying, and then we also have heat races as well. Lewis Stewart, quick time with a 14.232. A 14.232. Matthew Henninger in the 97, 13th quick. Trying to get some cars on the racetrack right now. So Lepresto's still going around at the moment, the 23. Jeff Fitzpatrick qualifying done and dusted. Lewis Hewitt has set quick time here this evening with a 14.223 and will earn himself a pole position on tonight's front row for the first heat race of the night. 10 laps of heats. We'll also have a B main as well. So as we get set for the first heat race of the night, and we'll go through your starting grid here in just a moment. In fact, it's going to be the 3 of Lewis Hewitt on the pole for heat race number 1 to his outside in the 41 car. It's John Lepresto. Inside row number 2, the 11 of Zach McLaughlin to his outside, the 97 of Matthew Henninger. Inside row number 3, in car number 79, it's Josh Lute. Josh Lute in the 79 to his outside, the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Britton Roxbury in the 421 will start alongside the 26 of Trevor Hinker. And Jesse Bandy in the Transport Equipment High Pumper number 2 car will start out of position number 9. That will be heat race number 1. 10 laps on the board. They'll roll around the pace track 2 times. And then they'll have a chance to set these winged sprint cars machine, let them loose around Eldora Speedway, half-a-mile racetrack. Tonight we were originally scheduled to have a 40-lap and a 50-lap main event, but due to the sudden and tragic passing of Jason Johnson, we have gone with the twin 41-lap features here this evening. To his family, friends, crew, and everyone in the racing community, we're all thinking, and our thoughts and prayers are with those loved ones in this time of need. So keep an eye on Lewis Hewitt on the pole alongside the 41 in the Jason Johnson livery. John Lepresto to his outside, Zach McLaughlin, Matthew Henninger, your front 2. Green flag is out and we are underway. Heat race number 1 here at Eldora Speedway. Hewitt to the bottom side of the racetrack.
Alright, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And we've already got Josh Lute in the 79 around. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPads instant replay, catching the inside wall on the entry into turn number 1. So the 79 bringing out the caution. Oh, that's a bizarre way to start this one. Let's go inside of the cockpit of the 79, Josh Lute. Turned in way early. By about 4 car lengths too early. So, due to that one, yellow flag is out, and unfortunately, at the moment in the heat races and the consolation races, caution laps will count towards the total number of laps. However, they will not count in tonight's feature. So heat 1 still rolling on the racetrack. Lights are out on the pay truck. We're getting set to go green this time by. It'll be 4 laps complete. 6 to go in the opening heat race of the night. And here we go, Lewis Hewitt. Once again, will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2. This track starting off on the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2, it looks like. See a couple of drivers in the middle of the racetrack. We got Roxbury and John Lepresto side by side for 3rd and 4th at the moment. As Hewitt leads down the back straight away, Lepresto to the inside. Oh, Britton Roxbury keeping on. Tyler Henselman on the outside in turns 3 and 4, looking to get a run on Matthew Henninger in the 97. Side by side for 3rd, 4th, and also 5th and 6th at the moment. You can see both battles on your screen at the moment. 7 down, 3 to run in heat race number 1. Henselman working to the outside. He will get past Matthew Henninger. And now set his sights on the 41. On the outside of the racetrack, right on the top. All the way around this racetrack as he looks to pick up position number 4. Just got off the gas a little bit there. Lepresto was coming up the racetrack. Henselman, oh no, into the wall. He loses a spot. And Henninger coming through. They make contact. Henselman keeps it going. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 1 belongs to the 3 of Lewis Hewitt. Getting the job done. Second, we go to McLaughlin, Roxbury, Lepresto, Henninger, your top 5. Henselman, Hinker, Bandy, and Josh Lute. And that is heat 1 done and dusted. Heat number 2 on the racetrack right now. We'll have our SETI Group Holdings starting grid here for heat race number 2. Dakota Kuhn and the Dirt Co Media United Dirt Sim Racing Association. Car number 95 will start on pole. His teammate in the Dirt Co Media United Dirt Sim Racing Association, number 30, Cody Hartlib, will start out of position number 2. In the Dirt Track and Bastards, Wicked Cushion Blue Sphere, Dirty Old Bastards, Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 20 of John Lowe will start out of position number 3. In the Cat Diesel powered 222 machine, Western Yule starts out of position number 4. In the Dirt Track and Bastards, Dirty Old Bastards, Wicked Cushion Blue Sphere Corporation, Ultimate Dirt TV number 77, Aaron Schaefer lines up out of position number 5. In the Steels Cycle .com, car number 24, Brandon Steele will start out of position number 6. Out of position 7 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammer Down Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 90, Trevor Royer will start out of position number 7. And out of position number 8 in the Superflow, car number 5, Tyler Curtis will start on the outside of row number 4. What's going on, you Kiwi? Take note, this is how a race should be run. Nice, quick and easy. Kern, Hartlib, Low, and Western Newell. We get set to go green. 10 laps on the board. Heat race number 2. We are green and we are underway. Hartlib on the inside, looking to pick up the race lead off of turn number 2, but it's going to belong to Dakota Kern. In second right now. Third is Western Newell on the top of the racetrack. He's gotten past John Lowe. But the battle is about to be on for the race lead. Hartlib trying to look to the inside of Dakota Kuhn once again into turn number 1 and 2. But Kuhn rides through the middle of the racetrack, gets the wall going on down the back straight away. There is contact now. Western Newell with a couple of cars. And we got one car upside down. I believe that will be the 24 of Brandon Steele. Let's take a look at our Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Trevor Royer and Steele got together. Coming off of turn number 4. So Brandon Steele upside down and back on pit road. Trevor Royer still out on the racetrack. So Kuhn, your race leader, 2 to green right now, and we'll have 6 down and 4 to run. Look, there might be some flaws to the system, but I can tell you, people don't want to be, and I say this with love and respect, people don't want to be sitting around for 2 hours. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's not like I've got anything better to do anyway, so. I think when they can finally get to where caution laps don't count, I think it'll be a lot better. That's for sure. Green flag this time by Dakota Kuhn, your race leader, from Cody Hartlib, Jonathan Lowe, Aaron Schaefer, and Western Newell. Our top 5 in heat race number 2, Tyler Curtis and Trevor Royer.
Green flag, green flag.
In 6th and 7th, we're back underway with 4 laps remain here at Eldora Speedway. Top 3 all run a different line into turn number 3 and 4 with just 3 laps to go. Kern looking to pick up heat number 2. Victor looking to start on the outside of the front row for tonight's 41 lap main event. Western Newell alongside Schaefer, putting slide jobs on each other in the previous lap, and Schaefer once again put the slider on Western Newell into turns 1 and 2. Western Newell on the inside. White flag is out this time by 1 lap to go, half a mile. Your race leader Dakota Kuhn in the 95. Out in front, teammate Cody Hartlib still riding in position number 2. That's how they will finish, 1 and 2. Third, we'll go to John Lowe, Western Newell, Aaron Schaefer, Tyler Curtis, Trevor Royer, and Brandon Steele. Round out heat race number 2. Fast and furious heat races rolling onto the racetrack very, very quickly. As heat number 3. Cars on the grid right now. The 115 in the Trick Race Cards BK Designs of Stephen Renault will start on pole. In the Team SETI Group Holdings, Wicked Cushion, Ultimate Dirt TV, Colby's Eye Paints, number 37 of Zane Scott will start out of position number 2. In the RDS Precise 057 will start inside row number 2. That'll be Craig Dunn to his outside out of position number 4. In the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammer Down Ultimate Dirt TV car number 35, it's John Batista. Inside row number 3 in the 127 in the Team SETI Group Holdings Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, it's Stephen Hill Out of position number 4, in the Spectrum 08 machine, Rusty Law will start out of position number 6. Out of position 7 in the Denver Broncos 57, it's Luke Yanez. And in the 23 car, outside row number 4, in the Buffalo Wild Wings, number 23, it's Jeff Fitzpatrick. 10 more laps on the board. Heat number 3. I believe we've got 4 heat races here this evening. Looks to be our penultimate heat of the night. Steve Renaud gets us underway here at Eldora for the 3rd heat of the night. Through the middle of turns 1 and 2 we go. So look at Batista, start on the outside of the 2nd row. He's already moved his way up into position number 3, got past Craig Dunn in turns 1 and 2, and now sets his sight on the 37 of Zane Scott. You see Stephen Renaud out in front leading the opening couple of laps. Keep an eye on the 127 of Stephen Hill. Now looking for position number 4. Looks for the slide job in turns 1 and 2 on Dunn. Dunn crosses underneath you. Now battle is on for 4th and 5th right now. She's a battle on screen. Dunn in the 057. Stephen Hill in the 127. Batista trying to work to the outside. Oh no! Got into the back of Zane Scott. And Batista going for a wild ride along with Zane Scott. Misjudging that one. And caution flag will fly in heat race number 2. Let's take a look at the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Batista got such a good run. Turns a 37. And one car coming through collecting both of those drivers. Let's take a look again at the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay here. On board with Batista. Of a wild ride there for Batista in the 35 after he sort of gotten back going again. The 08 coming through. That's Rusty Law. And Batista has found himself back on pit road. Zane Scott somehow still circulating out on the racetrack. Stephen Renaud is your race leader in heat race number 3. Lights are out on the pace truck. Renaud with 3 to go. Craig Dunn 2nd, Stephen Hill 3rd, Rusty Law 4th, Luke Yanez in 5th, Jeff Fitzpatrick in 6th, Zane Scott in 7th on the racetrack, and John Batista 3 laps down back in the pits in 8th. We'll see Batista in a B main. Green flag is back out again, and we're underway once again here at Eldora. So Stephen Hill in 3rd position at the moment. Got himself locked into a transfer spot at the moment. I believe it's the top 5 that will go through. The rest of the drivers will see in a B main. 1.5 to go for the trick race parts. BK Designs a 115, the Canadian of Stephen Renaud, looking to continue to dominate here. After the opening couple of weeks, he's been towards the front of the field in not only the Blue Sphere 360 wing sprint cars, but also the Wicked Cushion 410 series as well. Checkered flag is out. Renaud getting the job done from Dunn, Hill, Yanez and Law, Fitzpatrick, Scott and Batista in heat race number 3. Heat number 4 will line up like this. The 38 in the UW Motorsports Wicked Cushion Colby's Eye Paints Next Gen Fab Tim Smith will start on pole. To his outside in the DTB, Dirt Tracking Bastards, Dirty Old Bastards, Blue Sphere Corporation, Wicked Cushion, car number 93 of Chris Roberts will start out of position number 2. In the Priority Aviation, Dissolvaloy, Jason Johnson skin, car number 82, Messiah Valley Transportation, 82 of Dylan Workman will start inside row number 2 at a position number 4 in the Wicked Cushion, UW Motorsports, Lepresto Racing, Colby's Eye Paints, Next Gen Fab, car number 22, Anthony Lepresto will start out of position number 4. His teammate in car number 33 tonight, it's going to be Michael Sheridan, starting out of position number 5. In the Zemco Racing, car number 1, Joshua Renshaw will start out of position number 6. In the Team SETI Group Holdings, Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, Next Gen Fab, car number 29 of Mark Pinsky starts out of position number 7. Out of position number 8 in the Team VLR.com, Bear Hill Gang number 18. In fact, it's the number 27 tonight. Stephen Calavato will line up out of position number 8. Pace truck is in and we're on the way for the final heat race of the night. 3 wide for a moment off turn number 2. Lepresto up to position 3 and looking for position number 2 on the inside of Chris Roberts. They battle side by side in the corner number 1. Lepresto on the bottom side in the 22. Roberts on the outside. Workman back in position number 4. Then you go back to Sheridan in 5th spot right now. Sheridan with a slide job on Workman. But Workman going to work back around the outside. Oh, he catches the inside wall, catches his teammate and Workman. 4 wide there for a little bit. Wow, they all kept it going. Well done. Pinsky now from 7th up to position number 4. On the inside of Anthony Lepresto. Lepresto gets the run coming off for turn number 2 on the top side of the racetrack. But your leader, Tim Smith, from Chris Roberts, Anthony Lepresto, Mark Pinsky. We've got Stephen Calavato back there with Michael Sheridan. Now Sheridan ducks to the low side off turn number 2. Now on the inside of Calavato into 3 and 4. Calavato works the cushion on the outside of the racetrack. And he got a good run in turns 3 and 4. Works the cushion on the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2. And he clears the 33 of Michael Sheridan. 4 laps to go right now. Pinsky, he's got Calavato all over the back of him right now. Now here comes Workman on the inside of Sheridan once again. Workman to the top in turns 3 and 4. Sheridan went down low. Sheridan goes up top in 1 and 2. Workman on the inside. Smith has about a 1.3 second advantage over second place driver, the 93 of Chris Roberts. Lepresto back in position number 3. Now he's so close to that one. We don't really need to see that the drivers are updated. Lepresto put the slider in 1 and 2. The wire 3 and 4. Sorry, the white flag is out. Roberts with a slide job back into turns 1 and 2, side by side. Smith into 3 and 4 has got the race win, but the battle is on for the minor placings right now. Lepresto with a slide job. Oh, there's contact between Lepresto and Roberts. Lepresto got 2nd, Roberts 3rd, Dylan Workman 4th, Pinsky, Calavoda, Renshaw, and Michael Sheridan. Heat number 4 wrapped up in the bag. So we have, in fact, the C main. So C main on track, 10 laps. In fact, it might be working this time because last time we done it, it showed 12 laps. So our top 2 should transfer into this one, and our C main will line up like this. So on the pole in the Team VLR.com, car number 27, Stephen Calavoda. At a position number 2 will be car number 2 of Jesse Bandy. Jesse Bandy in car number 2 will line up out of position number 2. Out of position number 3 in the SteelCycle.com, car number 24 of Brandon Steele will line up out of position number 3. In the Black Diamonds Motorsports, Hammerdown TV and Hammerdown Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 35, John Batista lines up out of position number 4. Out of position 5 in the UW Motorsports Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paint, Next Gen Fab Ultimate Dirt TV number 33, Michael Sheridan lines up out of position number 5. And out of position number 6 in car number 79, it's Josh Lute. Josh Lute in car number 79. So C main on the racetrack right now. We should be taking our top 2 to the back of tonight's B main. So it's almost that time to crack open a nice Coley, nice refreshment. Here we go. Pace truck in. Calavoda has the field, and we are underway here in tonight's C main. Sheridan looked to the inside, straight away into turns 1 and 2. Got up to second, fell back to third, and keeping on Batista in the 35 as well. Sheridan on the inside of Brandon Steele into turn number 1 and 2. Batista works to the outside of the racetrack. Oh no! Steele got into the back of Sheridan, and Batista capitalizes from 4th to 2nd, but not without Sheridan giving up a fight. In that number 33 man, he got so close to that inside tyre, that left front tyre almost hit it. Big slider into 1 and 2, into 3 and 4 we run. Batista hits the cushion. Calavoda, your race leader, fastest lap hit for him with a 14.918. So far, John Batista with the quickest lap of the race with a 14.812, and he just done that just then. And this lap he went a little quicker by 0.2 of a second with a 14.623. Calavoda, your race leader. Oh, Sheridan into the wall, upside down. Brandon Steele stopped him there. So Michael Sheridan, his night is done for. He'll be out of this one. And keep an eye on that 35 machine. He is catching up to your race leader at the moment. He is 0.2 quicker a lap. Calavoda has got his work cut out for him right now into 3 and 4. Here comes Batista with a big slide job into 3 and 4. Calavoda turns it back underneath him. 3 laps to go. And Calavoda and Batista slide job on each other like it's nobody's business out in front. Batista gets the cushion, but Calavoda turns it back underneath him. 2 to go. Calavoda with a slide job back on Batista. Batista crosses him under out of turn number 2. Calavoda rails the cushion, gets off the cushion to drive underneath Batista side by side of the line. I think give that to Batista by 0.033 of a second. Batista into 3 and 4 for the final time. He will get the job done in tonight's C main. And we'll see the 35 continue on and looking for the alphabet soup. Second will go to Calavoda. We'll see those drivers in tonight's B main. And our B main will look like this. But before we get there it is. Refreshment time. On the pole of tonight's B main, in car number 21 in the DTB, Wicked Cushion Blues Sphere Corporation, Dirty Old Bastards, 21 of Tyler Henselman will line up on pole. In the Superflow 5, Tyler Curtis will start out of position number 2. In the Buffalo Wild Wings, car number 23, Jeff Fitzpatrick will line up out of position number 3. At a position 4 in the Zemco Racing car number 1 of Joshua Renshaw. Trevor Henker in the 26 will line up at a position number 5. Trevor Royer will start at a position at number 6 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports number 90. At a position 7 in the Team SETI Group Holdings Wicked Cushion Colby's Eye Paints 37 of Zane Scott. At a position 8 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammer Down TV Ultimate Dirt TV car number 35. You see main winner John Batista lines up at a position number 8. At a position 9 in the Team VLR.com Beer Hill Gang car number 27. Stephen Calavona lines up all by himself at the back of this one. So a final preliminary race of the night before we get into the 41 lap feature event here this evening. B-Main, we take our, I believe it is our top 4 from this one, and it'll be 12 laps the distance. Henselman will lead in the turns 1 and 2, and he will do the same in the turn 3 and 4. Oh, the 37 of Zane Scott around, and he will go back to the pits. Oh, Royer just caught a bit of a wheel there. Tyler Curtis on the wall. Remember, top 4, Calavona around. And this is an all-out slugfest right now. Fitzpatrick on the outside of the 26. And here comes John Batista from position 8, looking for position number 2 at the moment. As Fitzpatrick got back by the 35 of Batista. Keep an eye on Royer back there in position number 5. One spot out of a transfer at the moment. Royer in the 90. The caution is out. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPads instant replay. See 5 of Curtis getting into the wall and then stopped on the racetrack in turns 3 and 4 and brought out our caution for the first time in tonight's B-Main. Remember to head on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit the subscribe button. We'll have all our races getting uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you want to rewatch them, you can rewatch them live on Facebook Live, or whether you can go over to whether you want to watch them on YouTube. Check out our sponsors, Blue Sphere Corporation on Facebook. Check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook as well, and SETI Group Holdings. You can check them out on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. So with just 4 laps to go, when we get the green flag this time by, it'll be Tyler Henselman who will be looking to lock himself into tonight's main event. And then we'll have our 41 lap feature event here this evening. Henselman leads us back to turns 1 and 2 in tonight's B-Main. Royer on the inside looking for position number 4. Keep an eye on the 27 of Calavona in position 6. He might have a bit of a damaged race car, but that's not going to stop the 27 on trying to put on a show for the fans right now. Battle is going to be on for the race lead into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers, Henselman and Batista, ride the cushion through turns 3 and 4. You see in the background there a slide job from Royer to pick up position number 4. Now back around the outside of the 26 again in turns 2. So Royer picking up that 4th and final transfer spot. But here it is, the battle for the race lead. The white flag is out. Into 1 and 2 we go. Henselman on the bottom side. Batista on the top side. He has the run coming off turn 2. And into 3 and 4 for the final time. B main competition belongs to our C main winner. He does the alphabet soup. He will transfer to the main event. John Batista, Tyler Henselman, Jeff Fitzpatrick, and Trevor Royer. Our final starters in this one. Let's take a look at our City Group Holdings starting grid. Starting on the pole in car number 3 in the TT Elite Sports. Down on the Graphics Ash Media Speedway footage. Car number 3, it's going to be Lewis Hewitt. So he's outside in the 95 in the Dirtco Media United Dirt Sim Racing Association. Car number 95, it's Dakota Coon. In the Trick Race Path, BK Designs, the 115 of Stephen Renault starts at a position number 3. At a position number 4. In the Wicked Cushion, UW Motorsports, Colby's Eye Paints Next Gen Fab caliber 38 of Tim Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
At a position number 5 in the 11, it's Zach McLaughlin to the outside, the 30 of Cody Hartleb. In the 057, out of position 7, it is Craig Dunn to his outside. In the 22, the Wicked Cushion, UW Motorsports, Lepresto Racing, Anthony Lepresto starts out of position 8. Britton Roxbury lines up alongside Jonathan Lowe, Stephen Hill, and Chris Roberts. John Lepresto, Weston Newell, Luke Yanez, Dylan Workman, Matthew Henninger, Aaron Schaefer, Rusty Law, Mark Pinsky, John Batista, Tyler Henselman, Jeff Fitzpatrick, and Trevor Royer. This is tonight's round number 3, race number 1. 41 laps on the board. In memory of the late Jason Johnson.
Green, green, green.
We get set to go green, and we are racing. Into turns 1 and 2, we'll see if everyone can make it through. There is carnage at the back. Stephen Hill in the 127 was involved in that one heavily. Let's take a look at our City Group. In fact, no, let's take a look at our Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. So we'll start this one off in turns 1 and 2, so keep an eye on the 127 just there. In fact, in front of him, Britton Roxbury just got into the side of Craig Dunn, and John Lepresto came through, was on the bottom, and the 127 goes around. We got Matthew Henninger. We're seeing the 97 as well. Just in fact, it all started with Luke Yanez in the 57. So already, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in pit road after the opening lap. These drivers just need to get a handle on things.
1 to green, guys, tighten up, single file, white flag, lap 44.
So the first caution of tonight's main event, 41 laps in distance. Every time there's a caution, we add 3 laps to this one. Lewis Hewitt from Dakota Coon and Zach McLaughlin, our top 3. And we're back underway. We'll see if all the drivers, single file, can make it through this one. Dunn and Lepresto. But John Lepresto made contact. We got 1 car into the wall. That's Rusty Law. We got another car going into the wall.
Man, caution is out.
And that is the 127 of Stephen Hill. Well, he's going to be now multiple laps down. In fact, he takes the virtual tow truck. Just had nowhere to go was that one. Fitzpatrick, Law came together. And unfortunately for the Team City driver, his good run over the last couple of nights has come to an abrupt end. So white flag, lap number 47 this time for your race leader Lewis Hewitt. Making one of his rare appearances throughout the season. Dakota Kuhn also making a rare appearance here. Has good numbers here this evening.
Green flag, green flag.
So keep an eye on the 11 of Zach McLaughlin. He went to the low side in 1 and 2. Now done the same in 3 and 4. And here is Tim Smith around the outside up to position number 3. Smith all over the back of the 95 in turns 1 and 2. Caution is out. We got the 30 of Cody Hartleb around the Dirtco Media United Dirt Sim Racing Association. THD Tim Hunt Designs. We'll take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay and see what happened to the 30. Well, just got a little sideways in front of Anthony LaPresto on the 30. Making a mistake in 1 and 2. So the 30 around. And will find himself going back to the pits. We'll see if his crew can get that car worked on, or whether it'll be done for this evening. Watch the 30 on screen. They make a little adjustment to the race car, and in and away he goes. Listen to race control. I think we've had about lap 50.
Single foul, white flag, lap 50. Let's try and get some laps.
You just hear race control, letting the drivers know to see if we can get some laps in. So once again, Hewitt will lead from Dakota Kuhn. This time, Tim Smith in position number 3.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are back underway. So all the drivers once again are at the top of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. We try and look for a battle. Oh no, there goes Stephen Renaud.
Caution is out, caution is out.
Stephen Renaud just going up on his side. And he is done for. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay, although we know what happened. We watched it live as it happened. He just got up over the cushion into the wall in turns 3 and 4. And he was on his side. And the 115, well, he finally has a bad run because it's he's just had quite a phenomenal run lately. So once again, the caution flag will fly. So the field will assemble up behind the pace truck yet again. Remember, race number 2 will be up in, well, we'll be live in about 25 minutes. So Lewis Stewart once again leads us to the flag stand. And into turns 1 and 2, Tim Smith immediately jumps to the bottom side in 1 and 2, trying to get past and get underneath Dakota Coon. Here comes McLaughlin to the inside of Smith into turns 3 and 4, but Smith has to run into turns 1 and 2 on the top side of the racetrack. They all rail the cushion. Smith on the back of the 95 now pulls it down to the inside off corner number 4. Coon getting into the wall a little bit there into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Lepresto on the outside. And here is Britton Roxbury in the 421. Coon now got into the wall. That allowed Smith to get on by. Smith now. He will try and run down your race leader. How about Anthony Lepresto on the inside? This is going to get dicey. John Lowe. Oh no, Dakota Coon into the wall. All the cars somehow. They fight left, they fly right, and they all stay on all fours at the moment. Oh boy. How about Workman coming through the field as well? Pinsky in the 29 making some moves on the bottom side of the racetrack. And what about our B and C main winner in the 35, John Batista, from position 21 up inside of a top 10 right now. 7/10 of a second separate our leader and second place car. Oh no, Workman! He hit the car in front of him. I think that was John Lowe, and then he got hit from behind by Batista, who at that stage had no time to react. And now the 35 works to the outside. The caution flag flies. No idea who that might have been for. Maybe the 222. No, he was already on pit road. Oh, the 97 of Matthew Henninger. And the 97, so here we go. The Colby's iPates instant replay. Got a little crowd there with the 23 of Fitzpatrick climbed the wall. Hartleb coming through, had nowhere to go, and unfortunately for the 97, he ends up back on pit road, and his night is done for with, at the moment, a 16th place finish, although he could get shuffled back with a couple of these drivers making their way back out onto the pits, or making their way back out from the pits. So Lewis Stewart is the race leader. Tim Smith, this will bunch the field back up.
Guys, tighten up. Single foul, white flag, lap 56.
A white flag, lap number 56. So we'll have 27 to go. Stewart, Smith, Anthony Lepresto, Britton Roxbury, John Lowe, your top 5. Zach McLaughlin, John Batista, Mark Pinsky, Dakota Coon, and Dylan Workman, Tyler Henselman from the B main as well. From 22nd up to 11th, so picked off 11 cars. Green flag is back out here at Eldora. Now Smith, he has got a chance to challenge for the race lead into turns 3 and 4. Both drivers, Hewitt and Smith, ride the cushion in turns 3 and 4. Smith will just sit in behind the 3 machine right now. When does he make his move? Does he wait for the mistake for Hewitt? Or will Hewitt continue to lead this one? Still a lot of laps left to go here in the main event of race number 1, round number 3, the Blue Sphere Corporation Winged 360 Sprint Car Series. Smith now makes a mistake, got off the cushion in 1 and 2 and drove it down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Caution flag flies. Oh, we got Zach McLaughlin, I believe that is, in the 11, taking a hard ride. Let's hopefully the drivers were able to avoid that one. They were. So let's take a look at the Colby's iPaints instant replay. And it's all by himself. So watching it again, this car just got a little tight and just sucked him up into the wall. And Henselman came through, as did the 82 of Workman as well. So Hewitt, your race leader. Green flag 2 times, I think, around the racetrack. I think the lights are still on the pace truck. Indeed they are. So we have white flag at lap 56. So white flag at lap 59. So his driver's got 15 minutes to get this wrapped up. So time becoming an issue now.
Green flag, green flag.
And yeah, I'm not sure why the green flag is out right now with the pace truck still on the racetrack. So they'll be green this time by. Lewis Hewitt will have the field. Tim Smith, Anthony Lepresto, Britton Roxbury, and John Lowe in a top 5 spot. So there we go. Green flag is back out on the racetrack, and we're underway. Britton Roxbury now to the inside of Lepresto, but Lepresto got a good run in turns 1 and 2. Now he sets his sight on the top 2. But Britton Roxbury not going to give up that easily. Roxbury to the inside into turns 1 and 2 again on the Presto. The bottom side is not there. It's all on top of the racetrack right now. How about Batista? He's up to position number 6 right now, as he's just gotten by Mark Pinsky. Now run on the bottom side is Batista with the no front wing. As now Pinsky back around the outside of that 35 machine in turns 3 and 4. Hewitt continuing to lead this one with about 17 or 18 to go. Hewitt, once again, into turns 3 and 4. Smith, he's got a run on Hewitt. Your top 3 just starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Roxbury back in position number 4 right now. He's fallen some ways off the top 3. Henselman now battling it out with your B-main winner. Those 2 guys have come from the 11th starting row. And well, let's just say they're well inside of a top 10, running 8th and 9th at the moment. So Henselman finally putting some laps together right now. We go back towards our lead cars, and here is Smith now. Well, he's all over the back of the 3 car into turns 3 and 4. Oh no, Smith into the wall. The Presto got on by. Smith, he doesn't lose any spots right now, but here comes Roxbury to the inside with a slide jump into 1 and 2. Roxbury will pick up position number 3, but Smith says, not just yet. He wants that spot back. Three turns, 1 and 2. Smith again got the right rear on that cushion all the way through turns 1 and 2. I think we got 10 to go this time by. Next time by might be 10 to go. We'll listen into race control, see if they would give us the 10 to go signal.
10 to go, 10 more.
There it is, 10 laps left to run in the main event for race number 1, round number 3 of the Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, live from Eldora Speedway. Hewitt has got, well, he did have about half a second lead. Now it's jumped up. In fact, it's still about the same right now. In fact, I thought it might have gotten a little bit further away, but no, here comes Lepresto once again, starting to close in on that number three machine. Smith in position number 3 by about a second as he looks to pass some cars on the top of the racetrack. And now these are lap cars right now, so the 41 of John Lepresto just in front of your race leader. He goes to the bottom side. So although his brother's in second, not playing any favoritism right now. We've got 6 laps to go. Hewitt down the back straight away with now just 2.5 miles to run. Hewitt, he has got that 3 machine literally working on a dime right now. That is inch perfect right now. And as I say that, I've just probably given it up because now he's climbed the wall and now here comes Lepresto. I seen it last night with Tim Smith. Can he hang on? Lepresto to the inside. Smith now all over the back of Hewitt into 3 and 4. Your leaders are nose to tail. Hewitt to the inside. He's got a bent car. He's just trying to hang on. Smith now making his way back up to Lepresto. So here comes the 38. 2 to go at the line. The caution flag flies. Who is that for? They tell me it's for the 3. It is, unfortunately, Lewis Hewitt, unfortunately, back on pit road after climbing the wall. Oh man, I put the commentator's curse on him. Oh no. Hewitt had ran the near perfect night. Let's take a look at the incident and what happened. Here it is in the Colby's iPads instant replay. Just climbed the wall just a little bit. And you just see the rear end of that race car has shifted. It definitely is not square. Unfortunately for the 3. So you're watching probably 3 to go at this stage. You see Tim Smith get on by. And you look at the run that Smith got. Now, we go back to Lewis Hewitt here because he was trying to do the right thing, trying to get back on pit road. And I'm hoping the caution actually was for him because it didn't look like that he'd have any sort of issue here. So a green-white checker incoming, and as well, we've seen on Ultimate Dirt TV over the past week, a green-white checker has been a thing.
Tighten up, single file, green-white checkered.
That is from Race Control. Lepresto, Smith, and Roxbury, your top 3. Penske in 4th. Lowe, Penske, Kuhn, Batista, and Henselman. Green, white checker, 1 mile to go. Has Smith got rear end damage on that race car? Let's keep an eye on the 38. Yeah, he's got some rear end damage on that race car as well, so he's going to try and bring it into pit road here. The white flag is out. They will race it out to the end, ladies and gentlemen. The 22 through turns 1 and 2. Oh, Britton Roxbury got the wall. Third is a battle to the finish right now. Slow job. Here it comes. Oh, my. Who gets it up for turn 4? We know Lepresto got the win. Second went to Roxbury. And third is going to be Batista. Man, what a drive from Batista in the 35. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Unbelievable finish. As we're going to try and get a word with our top 3. Presto, Roxbury, and Batista. We'll see if we can get the guys in for a chat. In fact, we'll get the third place driver in here right now. In fact, we're going to have all 3. Coming home in third place, the C and B main winner, John Batista. John, congratulations. Man, what a drive from the C main. You picked up the win in the C main all the way up to position number 3. I mean, man, you got to be pleased with how you finished the night, considering that your heat race didn't go so well.
Yeah, I'm pleased with my feature run, but I want to apologize to Zane Scott. I just completely dumped him in that heat race, and that put us both pretty far back for the rest of the night. So I really want to apologize there. I seem to wreck him every time I'm around him. So he lives near me, so I invited him to come beat my ass whenever he wants. So, but yeah, as far as the feature, this setup is really rolling that cushion nicely. It was the 410 setup that we put on the 360, and man, I don't know if it's a shock setup or the bars, but it was super fast, and I didn't have a front wing for the last half of that race. So a podium, hell, I'll take it.
Man, what was it like to come through this field, especially on a track that was so topside dominant? I mean, you know, how did you approach that?
Yeah, it was a little disappointing that there was no other line. I tried it and gave up quite a few spots towards the end of the race. From there, it's just one line up top. Can't go full throttle, just about half throttle. The car is tacking out all the way around the track. It's just staying out of the wall and keeping the wheel as steady as possible, and even then it's still sometimes bouncy into the wall. So there's a little bit of luck there, but yeah, it's just being as comfortable as possible and not jerking the wheel in any weird directions or, you know, fast throttle movements or anything.
Well, no doubt I'm sure you got some people you want to thank for this podium finish.
Yeah, Brett, I want to thank you guys at Ultimate Dirt TV, Hammer Down Racing League, Hammer Down TV, and Robert over there. Appreciate you guys sponsoring us. Good job to Britton for making some moves there in the field for a second. I know Tim and Lewis had a bit of an incident there. I'll have to go back and watch it, but I'm sure he'll grab second anyway he can. And Chris for putting on Dirty Old Bastards is one of my favorite leagues to run.
All right, there we have it. John Batista with the third place finish here this evening. We'll chat to the driver that finished in second, and that is Britton Roxbury. Britton, congratulations on second from 9th. Man, inside row number 5, what was the plan going into tonight's main event?
The plan honestly was survive. I mean, that cushion was rough out there. You had to be within an inch of that thing to be quick.
How does one sort of be so smooth up on top of the racetrack, knowing that you're so close to the wall and you make one mistake and it's pretty much going to end your race? How do you approach each corner?
You know, at the beginning when we had a little bit more leeway, I was just kind of staying in it and riding top all the way around. There towards the end, it started getting real slick, and there was cars kind of, you know, going all over the place. So I just kind of eased into every corner, come in mid-corner or so, and just kind of ease up into it. But it was treacherous, that's for sure.
Well done on a podium and a second place finish here tonight. Who do you want to thank that makes it all happen for you?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Hammer Down TV and the Hammer Down iRacing League for supporting us, and I'd also like to thank you, Brett, from Ultimate Dirt TV, and as well as all these guys here at DOB.
All right, good luck and well done on the podium.
Thank you.
There we have it. That was Britton Roxbury with the room. We'll chat to our winner in the 22 tonight, Anthony Lepresto. Anthony, congratulations. An 8th starting spot. Did you think realistically you had a chance with the quality of drivers we had here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I always go into every night thinking we have a chance no matter where we start. You know, especially with some of the guys up there having some bad luck racing with each other, and I know a couple guys got sideways there, and I think Hartlob, he got a little sideways there on entry to 1, and I got into him there. Not sure if that was me, just you know, getting too much of a run and overdriving that when he was you know, getting messed up there or not. But he took him out early, so that. But yeah.
Hey, what was going through your mind? You know, when you're in sort of second and third, you've seen Lewis out in front, you've seen Tim out there as well. All of a sudden, you know, Lewis climbs the wall, and you know you slip on by. I mean, what were you thinking at that stage with about 3 to go?
Well, it wasn't easy to slip on by. We had to throw a couple sliders to get there, and once we made it stick, yeah, I was just hold on for dear life because entry to 1 and 2 was, or entry to 1 was bad, and you know, once if you could hit it, it was good, but you know that was the difficult part, and 3 and 4 wasn't as bad, but yeah, definitely the trick was just hitting 1 and 2.
All right, you had on the last restart, green white checker, you had Tim Smith behind you along with Britton. At that stage, what were you thinking going into turn 1?
Oh, I knew Tim's car was a little banged up, so I knew he wasn't going to be able to make much of an attempt there, and so basically if I could just hit my marks there in the first corner and not overdrive and hit the wall or anything stupid, then I would have a decent amount of space on Roxbury there. So that's exactly what happened, and just was able to keep it out of the fence for a couple more laps and bring it home. So happy about it.
Well, no doubt, I'm sure there's some people you want to thank.
Yep, got to thank my team, UW Motorsports, our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, Ultimate Dirt TV, Nation of Fab, Colby's Eye Paints. I got to thank DLB for running these things, and hopefully I'll talk to you again here in a minute.
All right, there we have it. Anthony Presto with the win here from Britton Roxbury and John Batista in third. Race 1 for round number 3 of the Blues for Art Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. The first portion of the night is done here at Eldora. Race number 2 coming up in just a few moments' time, so stick around. We'll be live again for that one, and we'll be back in a few short moments. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have a new stream up for you, so make sure you come back and watch race number 3, or round number 3, race number 2 for the evening.